All right, here's where we are on this big old bicycle wheel mower. I installed a kill switch because it was missing on this mower, from my salvage pile. Requires 2 screws, one there, one there. I didn't quite have the right size, so I spliced that with a little 7/16 socket so that seals nice and tight. This is a replacement cable from spare parts. It's rusty, not super great. I've spliced it so it goes up here now. I've got the bail where it is under. I may change that later, but there's no hole there to put the little stop that goes on the handle so the bail doesn't just fall down all the time. So this way it's just gonna hang down. I may drill a little hole in there and put me a stop on there, but right now it works. You may be wondering why that enormous spring is there. It's because this spring is a little more flexible than the super tight, very tough, many foot-pounds of pressure on that to get it to work. But now, with this big spring on here, see, I've got my, well, it does slip out sometimes, so I'll probably have to work with that. But anyway, just watch this now. See, that's gonna work. That will allow the mower to run, and then when I release it, it'll shut off because it's touching that contact point right there. So that should work. I try to do everything with spare parts and not go out and spend a bunch of money on these mowers. I save things and reuse them. Like this is I think I showed you how to do that in a prior video. That's the end of a kill cable spliced onto that with a, in this case I used a 7/16 screw with a 1/4-inch shaft, and I've got a 7/16 nut on that side with a lock washer, and that puts enough tension on there to where it'll work. And it'll even work with the super tight spring, that guy, if the cable is in perfect shape. That cable's not in perfect shape. It's a little bit rough, but it works. And now the main thing is I have changed the carburetor mounting bracket, which was this one. You see, with all the throttle adjustments, the idle screw adjustments. There's a couple little springs on there that I've removed, try to use them on other things, and I've got a real basic carburetor mounting bracket on here now that you'd find on a little more modern quantum mower. It attaches there with 1/3/8 and then 1/3/8 there, and it's snug. And so now I have my governor spring, which is going to attach right there, and then attach to the carburetor. Very simple, and you can control your RPMs by moving this little guy right there back and forth. It's flexible. You can move it that way, it'll go slower. If you pull it this way and extend that spring so there's more pressure on the spring, then it'll run faster. But for right now, I'm just showing you where I am on this thing. And so we've got the kill cable on. We've got a carburetor mounting bracket that's going to hold a more modern new carburetor. And this little guy, I need to go ahead and swing him. This cable, I'm going to pull that off, and then go under there, and then around. So it's on there now. I replaced the kill wire that runs from the coil to the kill switch. You can see let me bend that out of the way because I don't want to touch any metal. So this kill switch should work. And we need to go ahead and install the carburetor now. the little rubber gasket that goes right there, that's pretty compressed, so I'm going to replace that with the gasket that comes in the box with the new carburetor. So let me set the phone down, and we're going to put this carburetor on. Let me find... There we go. Let's see where we are. There we go. Okay. All right, let me get one of my new carburetors out. Stuck together, so I gotta cut it to get separate these guys. I just had some other new carburetors come in today. I'm going to use these because these are the oldest. First in, first out. All right, let me set that aside. So let's go with this one. We're going to take a look in here. That should open now. Inside will be a brand new carburetor and the gaskets that you need right there and there. And so this is what this guy's going to look like. There. Isn't that pretty? So let's see now if we can mount this carburetor. I could try and put that tank on and do it at the same time, but I think I'll attach the tank later. Let me go ahead and get my pretty new little rubber gasket on there. It's all nice and soft. And get it in place. All right. There we go. So that'll fit on there real good. All right. And here we go. I'm hoping that I won't have to, sometimes I have to drill that out. Let's see if it slips right on. Oh yeah, that's much better. They're starting to make these carburetors a little better. I don't have to drill that out as often. So let me find one of my 3/8 carburetor mounting screws. I have one over here. Let's see, there's one. And that's a regular one. I need a genuine carb screw. See, what I'm talking about is this is a regular 3/8 screw. Let me hold it up to where you can see it. See, it's straight all the way down to the shaft. And then this one has a little shoulder on it. See that little shoulder? That's not very focused. There we go. Can you see that little shoulder? And then this one has it's threads all the way down. That has a little shoulder with no threads. That's a carburetor mounting screw. So I need to go into my supplies, I guess, and find one, but I'll at least get this carburetor started with this one. And I'm going to go ahead and attach the governor spring to this wire. Let's see, let me get this thing off of here. I want to go ahead and attach the governor spring to this. It'll be easy to do with that carburetor flopping around. There you. That's just not squaring up. There we go. Okay, so I've got that little kind of paper clip end attached now to that wire loop. So now I'm going to put the carburetor back on and bring it up here to where it's in contact with the bracket. And I'll attach, at least thread this one in, a few threads, so it's kind of holds it in place. All right, let me get a 3/8. There's one. Let me get a 3/8 socket. Oh, there, it's even better right there. Let me get this where it's almost tight. Okay, I think is my little gasket still on there? Oh, my little rubber gasket's falling off. So let me put that back on. It's important. No. There we are. It's over here now. Come here, you. It's got to be in place. See, got to be in place. Otherwise, you have air leaks. Okay. Now, I got to get this on there where it's tight enough where that gasket doesn't fall off. I'll hold that carburetor, a little bit of pressure on it to keep that gasket from falling out again. Okay, that's kind of hand tight. All right. Now, I need to find, I wonder if I might have a mounting screw in a jar of 3/8 here. There's one that's not exactly the same kind, but I think I can find exactly the same kind. Okay, this has a little shoulder at the bottom, so it'll do. Let me get this one in place now, right in there. And let me put the drill on it now, tighten it somewhat. That carburetor on there, people. All right. Now this may not be a perfect fit because that was a different style carburetor and carburetor mounting bracket. The hose may not line up quite with the same length, and also the plate, the carburetor plate, may be a little difficult to connect to that crankcase vent, which is right there, because they're somewhat different. So let me check that. But when you come back, we're gonna continue on this.